So in your medicine pouch kits, you should have your medicines, your beads, your pattern, a smaller piece of leather, and then your long piece of leather as well. So you're going to take your pattern and your long piece of leather, and you're going to skip these first two holes on the top, and you're going to go down into the first hole. So make sure that you have this side of the leather up when you're going down. So if you're holding it down flat like this, you're going to go up through the first hole and then take your piece of leather and go back down through the second hole. So it should look like this on the outside and look like this on the inside. So now we're going to pull that piece of leather through about halfway, and we're going to go back up through the next hole. And pull it through. So then it'll look like that. And then we're going to take our piece of leather into the next hole and go back down. Pull it through. So it'll look like this. And we're just going to keep doing that. So we're going to go back up. And pull all the way through. And then we're going to go again back down in. Pull it through. And now we're going to skip to the next piece again, going back up in through. And then back down through the next hole. Pull it. So now that we're about halfway, you can see what it looks like. And we're going to leave these holes at the top for the end, and we're going to leave these holes in the middle for the end as well. So we're going to skip right from here, skip over these ones, and go into this one. So because we just came up through, we're now going to go to the first hole past the middle ones and go back up through to the soft side of the leather and pull it. And then again, now back down through the soft side. So then we have this. And then go back up through the next hole again. It's a little hard to show with my nails. So we went up through, and then now we see this on this side, and we're going to go through again this way. And then again, in through. And then back out. Now we're on our last one, so this should look like this. And then the last time, we're going to go down through the next hole. and then back up through the last hole here. So we should have our whole outside edges lined up. So now we're going to, you can kind of see how the medicine pouch is going to form like this. So now we're going to take our smaller piece, and you'll be able to trim it once you put it on. So take your smaller piece, and we're going to put the top of the smaller piece through the top hole here. And make sure you have your medicine pouch facing whichever way you want it to be. So if you want this side of the leather out, make sure you go in through the soft side. And if you want the soft side out, make sure you're going in through the leather side. So I like the leather side out, so I'm going up through the inside. And then I'm going to take the other end of my leather. And you can see the hole there. I'm going to take this end and put it through the bottom. And this is all attached, this is all the same piece. So I'm gonna put this end through this hole. And pull it through. And try to make it somewhat even, so it'll look like this. And on the inside, it just looks like that. So now I'm going to fold this top piece over, and I'm going to put this piece that's through the top in the left hole, and then I'm going to put this piece into the right hole. So the top string is going in through the left hole of the medicine pouch, or on the top if it's the other way. And then I'll show you halfway through. And then I'm taking the other piece and putting it through on the right side and pulling that through. So it should look like this. Have it, keeping it closed. So now you can grab both of your long strings and just pull, not too tight because you don't want to rip the leather, and you can see it kind of gathering up there. So now that we have our full pouch and it's closed, we can open up the sides a little bit and take our medicine and put it in. You don't have to use all of the medicine. We just wanted to give you enough to fill your pouch if you wanted. So you can put in as little or as much as you'd like. You can also put in other things of value. So if you have any like rocks, any dried berries, or anything else that's of significance to you that will fit in this pouch, you can put it in. This is yours, this is for you. So you can put in whatever you want to. And then now that my medicines are in, we're going to pull these ones tight and these ones tight, just to make sure my medicine is nice and tight in there. So now you can tie this piece so that it can go around your neck, or you can cut them and tie them so they can go in your car. Or some people will just tie it up and keep it next to their bed, whichever you choose to do with it. So I'm just gonna tie it so I can fit it around my neck like that. And then you can trim off any of the excess that you don't want as well. So if it's too long, you can cut it off. Same with your second piece of leather. You know, your guys' pieces are a little bit longer than mine, so you can trim those as long as you want to. Before you tie this, if you want beads, now is the time to add your beads. So you can string your beads along here. You can put them in any pattern you want, doesn't matter. And then I also like to use beads to secure this front piece of the pouch as well. So I'm grabbing one of my beads and putting both pieces of the leather through and pulling it tight. So that bead will keep our pouch secure. And there we go.